Hey everyone, Matt here, Home Farm Ideas, and today I'm going to be turning all this lumber into one of my grow bed frames that I build for my aquaponics system. Now I'm continuing this series on aquaponics because I want to basically show you guys from start to finish how I'm doing it. Some people do it different ways and stuff, but I'm just going to show you guys how I'm doing it. I'm not going to go into detail on how I build my grow bed. If you want a detailed video on this, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll give you measurements and stuff like that. But I'm just basically going to build probably just one today, one grow frame, and show you guys how it looks. So I'm basically going to turn this wood pile into these grow bed frames, and they're pretty sturdy. So anyway, let's get to it. Alright, so some of the tools you're going to need for this project, obviously you're going to need a tape measure and a pencil so that you can mark your cuts. You're also going to need 1.5 inch screws and 3-inch screws. You're going to need your drill bit set. Just bring the whole set out, whatever set you have. But basically you're going to need some drills so that you can do pilot holes if you're going to do pilot holes. You're going to need a drill. You're going to need an impact driver if you're not going to do the pilot holes. You need the impact driver, and I'm going to try it with the impact driver. You're going to need 10-foot boards, but you're going to need 5 of them, 5 2x4s basically, 10-footers, and then you're also going to need a table saw so that you can get those straight cuts. So let's go ahead and start doing our cuts. Alright, so for our first cut, we're going to want to put it at, for me, at 39 inches. And the reason why I want my legs to be that high is because this is going to be the absolute top of my grow beds. Okay, so it's exactly going to be 39 inches high, and so that's the height I want it at. If you want it shorter, you would just obviously measure shorter. If you want it higher, you would want it, measure it higher and make your cuts. But we're going to go ahead and measure ours out at 39 inches. I'm going to make a little mark here, and we're going to go ahead and make our cuts for our legs. We want 8 legs because I'm making this thing sturdy. So let's go ahead and do our cuts on this. Now it's important to get this one right because this one's going to be the first leg that you're doing, and you're going to use this one as a guide or as a template basically to cut all the other legs. So we already measured it out at 39 inches for me, so I'm going to go ahead and make the cut. And I like to cut a little slower because I want clean edges. So there we go, we got our first cut. Now I'm just going to do all the other cuts for the legs, and then we'll move on to the frames. Little tip, to make sure all the the legs are lining up, you want to match them up in the back here and make sure that they feel totally flush. And then in the front, you would line up the wood, take your pencil, and bam, slash it across there real quick. And then when you make your cut, you want to make sure that the saw blade is directly in the middle. Basically a little overcut on this side and a little overcut on this side. But make sure the saw is right in the middle. And when you do that, you're going to get exactly 39 inches, which is what this board is after we cut it. All the legs are done, 2 each per leg. 2 boards per leg. Alright, so this is going to be the top and the bottom of the frame, basically where the barrel top and bottom is going to sit, and it needs to be 26 inches in length. So let's go ahead and measure that out, 26 inches. Okay. And, well, actually 26.5 inches, I'm sorry. So 26.5 inches is right here. Okay. And we need 4 of these because remember, we have 2 frames. We got one on the bottom and then we have one on the top. And you'll see why I'm doing 2 frames in a little while. It's a lot easier to put together. So make sure you make your cuts directly in the center of your marks too, because that'll give you exactly the 26.5 inches. Bingo. Now I'm going to do all the rest of the cuts off camera. All right, now for the sides, to hold the sides of my barrel, I need exactly 4 35-inch boards. So let's go ahead and cut these up as well. Now it's time to build these frames right here. Okay, these are the legs, and then these are the frames. Now I build the frames ahead of time, so I don't have to basically screw everything together afterwards. I just build the frames, screw the frames together, and then I basically, I build 2 of them, okay? So this board right here, and this would be like the top and bottom of the barrel, this board right here is exactly 26.5 inches, okay? So that board right there, 26.5 inches, and this one below this, same thing, okay? Then this board, which would be the sides of the barrels, okay, both of those are going to be 35 inches, okay? And now I like to have the gap right here. I could have just basically brought the things together and screwed them together to give it stability, but I'm not going to do that because I like to have a little bit of a gap so that when my plant's growing and stuff, I have room. So let's go ahead and let's build these frames. All right, so here's the frame boards, the 26.5 inch top and bottom for the barrel, and the sides of the barrel. This will fit into the sides of the barrel. This is exactly 35 inches. So let's go ahead and frame them up and screw them together, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, here the boards are all framed up. You got the 35 inch on either side and the 26.5 inch here. You just basically need to frame it up now. You need to either pre-drill the holes. It's going to be safer to pre-drill so you don't split the wood. I'm going to try my driver, but I might end up going to pre-drill. But you're going to need the 3-inch screws for this one to connect these together. So let's go ahead and drill this together, both frames. All right, there you go. So you got the top frame, the bottom frame, and it doesn't really matter which one you use for top or bottom because they're exactly the same size. One thing you do want to make sure is that it's a tight fit, and so as you can see, the top of the lid, it's nice and flush with that. It doesn't have to be exact though because this is plastic, remember, this barrel. And then if you look on the side, see there's a nice large gap there, but honestly I prefer that because basically what I do is at the top I'll just screw in the plastic, which will pull it against the rim of the frame. So let's go ahead and put the legs on and show you the finished product. Now one thing before you get started on putting the legs on, you want to make sure that you do it like this, and that'll come in handy later on when you're actually screwing in the bottom frame and stuff. But you want to put all the legs on the outside all the way up to the edge, and obviously you can't screw them in right there because remember, you put 2 screws into this frame right here, okay? So what you want to do is you want to screw them in right here and right there, and that goes for each leg. You want to do the outside ones first, and then you want to put another board, which I can show you. You want to put that other board right here, like this. Okay. And I'm using 2 boards because of stability. I want to have a strong board and or a strong frame to hold all the weight, and then you're going to be able to put your other frame in just like that. Exactly the same, both of them. All right, there you go. So now we just want to put this middle frame in, and I wanted to show you guys that you basically need to bring this up. The top edge of that frame needs to come all the way up because you're going to be putting it inside here in the middle, okay? And so you want to bring that, oh, I already marked it, 24 inches, 24.5 inches, okay? And the reason why you want to do that is because, and I'll show you on my other ones over here, I wanted to basically, you know, the barrel, there's no support under here really, but I filled it up with water and that's pretty heavy. But you're going to want to put a board across the middle. And the reason why you want to do that is because I have my bell siphons to the back of my beds because I'm going to be draining it out the back so you can't see it from the front. But anyway, a board across the middle is why I did this. So 24 inches up, 24.5 inches up, okay? There we go. Pushed it all the way in. It's definitely a snug fit, but it's supposed to be. and I got it at exactly 24.5 inches, and it needs to be 24.5 inches on all sides. So just do one at a time. Get one done, drill it all together or screw it all together, and then the next one, and so on and so forth. There we go. Now all we got to do is line up one edge in the middle, and then screw a longer screw in, because you're going to take this one out anyway. You're just doing it to hold it in place. And then do another one at the top, but make sure you line up the lip, and then after that you can screw on the rest easily. Alright, now I'm going to show you what I mean about closing this gap right here. Okay, so this is it. I got the ones holding it on there. Now you just need to basically make sure that you set your drill to a lower speed, and then you kind of want to follow the ribs of the barrel. That's at least what I do. And you want to make sure that you don't go too high. See, you want to pull it to there like that. And it's harder to pull over here, but believe me, these screws can do it. So you want to kind of pull it against there. And it's adjustable right now because we only have screws in the middle. So you want to adjust it. And you don't want to go more than an inch down. So hold it there, flush with there. And then this is where the shorter screws come in, the 1.5 inch, so you don't screw into your belly. So they just go right in through the plastic and into the wood. Okay, so let's do another one right on the rib of the barrel. And there we go. And if you need to add more, you can, but once you tighten up all the corners, this stuff all just kind of tightens up. So that's it for right now. Let me do all this, then I'll show you the end result. All right, there we go. This thing is sturdy, if it's on a level playing field, of course. I need to get longer screws because I need to kind of pull this forward a little bit, but it does close. I just got to add more screws. Like I added an extra one there. So, but anyway, it'll close the gap. And yeah, so just got to put in my bell siphon, which I think is the next video on the list. How to build the bell siphons. But yeah, got room for my board under here so that I can put it in that way, and bam, got support and everything. So anyway, if you liked this video and it was helpful, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. So anyway, like always, peace. Thank you guys so much for watching our video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Also hit that subscribe button to get all our video updates. Oh yeah, we do have other channels now, so please check them out. Like always, God bless.